People afraid to get inside.
Get it going. You're up.
Tell him, please, he showed me his first.
You were ready.
I will call the Tuesday, December 16th, 2025 Island City Council meeting to order. Andrea, could please call roll. Here.
Councilman Mitchell,
Here.
Vice Mayor Maida,
Here.
Mayor Rhodes,
Here.
and Councilman LaFane absent.
All right, thank you. We have one closed session item tonight, conference with legal counsel existing litigation, City of Ione versus Allison LaFane, individually and DBA J. Baldwin West LLC. We will now go into closed session.
Have it. No problem.
We're back from a closed session. Will you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Legal counsel, could you please report out a closed session?
By a 4-0 vote, the council has authorized a referral to the grand jury for investigation of a possible closed session disclosure.
Okay, any public comment on that? Anyone on Zoom? Nope. Okay, we'll move on. Can I get a approval of the agenda, please?
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
We have first and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Presentations. We have a presentation contribution from Mother Lode Youth Soccer League.
Yes, at a recent council meeting, in terms of discussion of the irrigation improvements, Mother Lode Soccer agreed to contribute $45,000 to the cause, and we have representatives here tonight to make that presentation.
Thanks.
Please, once you get there, won't you accept the checks, please?
There you go. We have
We thank you, the soccer league, very much for their contribution.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Nikki,
Makes a
thank
big
you. Thank
difference.
you, everybody, so much for all of us. Appreciate it. We're gonna be there for you. And you're there for us. Thank you so much.
Very much.
Andrea?
All right, any public comment on that? No public comment? Okay, we'll open it up to public comment items not on the agenda. Any public comment items not on the agenda?
Good evening, everyone. The good news is, the warrants for this agenda didn't include any for legal fees. Woo-hoo! So for the calendar year 2025, the warrants presented and approved for legal fees, grand total is $475, $985.54. The warrants presented and approved for legal fees for this fiscal year, which would be July through this month, is $243,549.50. We are budgeted for the entire year for $200,000. So I would presume, given we've already exceeded that in the first 6 months, that there will be a budget amendment at some point on the agenda on the horizon. And maybe with new leadership, next year, I guess we have a new mayor and vice mayor. And hopefully we'll be congratulating Mr. Mitchell, hint, hint, as the next mayor of Ione. We can bring the legal fees down. And my only other comment tonight is also good news that the ARCO Business Solutions, which I talked about at the last meeting, Andrea was correct, of course, that the $3,912.18 in late fees was in fact credited, and that is reflected on tonight's warrant. So thank you. I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas to everyone here and all of your families.
Any other public comment items not on the agenda? We have anyone on Zoom?
On a more positive note, I wanted to say thank you to Stacy for being the best Grinch I've seen at a Christmas parade when he reached into the bag kids are, I wish I had videoed the thing. When he reached in the bag, you're thinking he's gonna pull out a bunch of candy and he threw a toilet paper roll. Some of the kids, their face was just, that was pretty awesome. I thought you did a really good job being a Grinch in there. That was a real fun parade to attend. So
Thank you.
wanted to say thank you for that. That was really cool. Just a suggestion that I had that maybe you guys could think about. I don't even know if this is possible, but with Howard Park and the job that Thomas has done there with that amphitheater going in, I mean, it looks really nice. One of the things I was thinking about is if there was a way for the city to look at maybe next to Evelyn Bishop Hall, sort of where on this map here, you can sort of see a little bit of ground there. If there was a way that maybe the city could work with like a hotel or something like that to maybe offset some land to try to get somebody there, because I think if you looked at that as like a perfect place, if people were coming in town with all the sporting events and the amphitheater and everything there, they could actually come in, enjoy the park, whether it's dogs or whatever. But it seemed like a perfect place to put that. And then maybe some kind of a coffee shop or something that you could get people going through to drive through, like maybe like I'm trying to think, Dutch Brothers kind of a setup to where you can get it in. And then the other thing I was thinking about, that's just me thinking about next year, this Iron Ivan, he's sort of hidden back in here. So when you come into town, you see this train, but all my friends, when I talk to them about Ione, all they know is the castle. So I was just thinking if you kept the logo as Iron Ivan, maybe we could take him out of hiding there and put him over more at the park. So every time somebody goes by, they associate that with Ione. Because when I talked to them about events, my thought was maybe use Preston Castle as the logo, because everybody knows Preston Castle when you talk to them about it. They know Sutter Creek, they know Jackson, but they don't really know Ione. So just as a thought, because I think this park is going to be a hub for people coming in town, whether you got Cal Fire training for 6 weeks, they're staying in Jackson. Now, it seems like when people are coming here, they're staying somewhere else. So if we could get them to stay here, they might buy from our stores, our restaurants, deal with our folks. So I thought Howard Park might be a good place to do that. And I don't even know if it's possible because that seems to be city-owned land. If there was a way we could work out a partnership with Holiday Inn Express or something, something like that, where they could come in, watch horseback riding or watch your grandkids play soccer or something. You got a place you can stay at and just walk right over there. It just seemed like strategically that would be a really good place to do it. So other than that, Merry Christmas to everybody here. Hope everybody has a great Christmas. And next year I'm going to bring a videotape, Stacy, because that was priceless. I really like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Anyone on Zoom? Nope. But close public comment. Okay, moving on to consent calendar. Can I get approval of the consent calendar, please?
I'd like to pull warrants. I'll approve number 2.
Second.
Yeah, first and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. What do you have on the warrants?
On the warrants, just the water agency. We've got, I remember Mr. Maida, Vice Mayor Maida said, a couple of months ago that we don't need to be irrigating, and I understood that was going to happen. But we've got $7,500 here of pretty much irrigation bills. We've got $5,000 of rural water at Howard Park, and it's not been on. And I'd like to know the explanation from that. Got $1,300 Castle Oaks entrance, and that was supposed to not be on. The rest of them just look like meter charges, but we got to make sure that we're not irrigating when we don't need to irrigate in the wintertime. So hopefully someone can find out where that water from Howard Park, the rural water line, is going, because that's $5,000 worth of water just in 1 month, just gone. And that's all I got. Thank you.
The water, the timers and stuff at Castle Oaks entrance is, they're off and everything, but that water needs to be shut off. So we'll get that, because Simmons is going to be starting, but I agree 100% with Dominic. It's been a problem for several months. And also I'd like to pull Eco Urban. I don't believe we should pay them. And other than that, I'm fine.
Any questions, Jack?
No.
Opinion? All right, we'll open up to public comment. Any public comment on this? No public comment? Okay, Andrea, do you have any? What?
Yeah, I just wanted, while we're on the warrants, I wanted to give clarification to comments made at the last council meeting regarding Echo Urban and the October and November billing. I went back and reviewed the council meetings for November 4th, and the warrants were approved with no changes. And then I actually got up and spoke and asked specifically if we were going to be paying Echo Urban. And there was 4 council members here, and you guys, the mayor had stated that I believe we should pay them. Nobody had an objection, so the warrant stood as approved, which included paying Echo Urban for October and November. So they were not paid without council approval.
Thank you for that, Andrea. Thank you for looking into it.
Okay, does someone want to make a motion? On the warrants?
I make a motion to approve the warrants, but hold Echo Urban. I don't believe they should be paid any more monies for the duration, though their contract is up at the end of the year.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have first and second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Nope.
Opposed? Dominic's was a no.
There's no.
Ayes have it. Okay, moving on to, oh, excuse me. Hold on. Can I get approval on the, oh, already did that. Never mind. There we go. Okay, moving on, regular agenda. Item 1, discussion approval of Howard Park Fire Line Project. Hold on, who's doing this?
Zach Finch is here to do the presentation.
Good evening. I'm hoping that, oh, beautiful, on the computer. So it's kind of hard to see through the computer there. But I think I'm hoping everybody has one of these in their agenda. If not, you can have mine. I know exactly what it looks like. The red lines that go through the soccer field, you can see it zigzags all the way through. That is what is feeding the hydrants that are at the park. It feeds the arena, the hydrant behind Evelyn Bishop Hall, the wharf hydrant at the top by the barn, and Hunter Lane. When our new soccer system was being put in, we figured all this out, that it's connected into the soccer system, which doesn't work because that system is being torn out. We won't have any raw water or water in general to our hydrants out there. My proposal would be to connect in at the meter box, run about 1,200 feet of pipe. And I have the quotes for all that. About 1,200 feet of pipe and reconnect into basically where it's connected in the soccer. That's our shortest route, and makes the most sense. Any questions?
I have none.
Has the fire chief looked at this and been an approval? Thank you. No offense, Zach. It's just public safety.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Completely agree.
I've got questions on the general thing, not on your map though. So whenever that time. I'm not going. General questions? Okay, I got a couple of, I want to thank Zach for meeting with me today and showing me the map. I got a couple of problems. Number one is why is Hunter Lane hooked up to a city pipe? So I think that the landowners of Hunter Lane needs to pay for their own fire hydrant, or at least contribute to this one. I've just got the how it got started back in 2015, and it was supposed to be a temporary fix, and they were supposed to come in from the street, which makes sense, but that hasn't happened. 10 years, maybe in the next 10 years will happen. The other question I got is, I don't believe this went out for an RFP. It's $30,000. It needs to do that. And finally, you're charging, who decided to charge parks as a capital improvement project? Because it's not a capital improvement project for parks. This is one of two things. I mean, it's a fire project, of course, fire safety, or it's a public works project, but it's definitely not an improvement to parks infrastructure. So if this does move forward, I'd like to see the either Public Works or Fire or the landowner contribute to this fund and zero coming out of the Parks Fund. Those are my comments.
Any other comments from council?
No, I have no comment.
All right, open up the public comment. Any public comment on this? Seeing none? Someone want to entertain a motion?
Only add to Councilmember Atlan that since it's under $50,000, it's informal bids and RFP is your threshold for 50,000 or higher.
I'd move we approve for Howard Park, the fire line project.
I'll second. We have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Ayes have it. Okay. Moving on to item 2, adoption of resolution number 2025 approving budget amendment for Howard Park Fire Line Project. Well, Andrea, your name's on this, so.
So this is on the agenda to refer, since you guys approved number 1, it requires a budget amendment. There is no resolution number. You'll see the 2025-. The city clerk has been sick, so those resolutions will be added to the resolution before signing, as I don't have the numbers for this resolution.
Okay, does that cause any sort of issue, legal? Okay. Any questions from council, comments? Okay,
No, no comment.
any public comment? Seeing none, close public comment. Would someone entertain to make a motion?
Move to approve the budget amendment for Howard Park Fire Line Project.
Just did that one.
Or
This is fire truck.
Fire engine, sorry.
no, the menu.
Oh,
Fire line project. Budget amendment.
Oh. okay.
Jack's not feeling well, just so everyone knows. Really not like this. Too much Dayquil or NyQuil. Okay. Okay, do we have a second?
I second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nope.
Ayes have it. Okay, item 3, discussion action on Howard Park designated parking requests for proposals.
Mr. Mayor, council members, this is a request to put out an RFP to get bids for the parking designs for Howard Park. As everyone knows, that is the master plan. The next step is to formalize some plans for the parking areas, mainly between the baseball fields and soccer fields and the parking area next to the soccer fields, primarily because Ms. Mackey is working on various grants and so forth and how to fund the projects. But before we can do anything, we have to have some idea of some type of a plan. So this is just an RFP to send out for bids to do the design work.
Okay. Any council questions, comments?
Nope.
I have one comment. Dolores Larrigan Roots has brought this up 100 years. The horse track is a historical landmark and no one has ever recognized it. I've tried to get the document for years and it usually costs $5 to $10 grand to get the document. I got it a couple months ago and I have a copy of it here and Janice has a copy of it. So if you could give this to whoever's working on this so they can, this will save us a lot of money doing this number on this document. So.
Will do.
With that, we'll open up the public comment. Any public comment on this? Anyone Zoom? Nope. Close public comment. I want to entertain and make a motion.
I'll make a motion to direct staff to issue an RFP for design plans, environmental studies, and other reports for the designated parking areas located at Howard Park.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Ayes have it. Okay, moving on to selection of mayor and vice mayor.
Nope.
And one more.
Oh, did I miss one? Or discussion action, excuse me, discussion action building fee update request for proposals.
Looks like I'm not the only one on NyQuil.
Quit breathing on me. Sorry about that.
This one was presented by me.
Okay,
It's just a request for an RFP to get some studies done on the local fees and categories which are being charged for permits for the building department. We have not assessed ours since 2016.
I see that this is, that last was done in 2016, and obviously things have changed quite a bit since then. And previously, before that, it had gone 18 years in between. So I think it's time to update. That's my opinion.
got anything, Vic?
Agree with that.
That one?
Agree, should be done every 5 years.
I agree too, and there's some things in there, I read some of them just don't make any sense at all to me. Some of them's like to, for instance, there's like adding on a deck is like $500. And putting in a hot water heater is the same price, and changing a light switch. They're not even comparable. So I think when we do this, we should not only increase some, we should drop some. Some of them, nowadays, everyone knows that GFI goes out all the time, and it costs more to have it inspected than to replace the thing. So I think it's a good idea. All right, any public comment on this? Anyone on Zoom? No public comment? Okay.
Can you make sure you direct staff to bring this up every 5 years
Yes, I will, sir.
automatically?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, someone want to make a motion? Back to the,
I'll make a motion to have staff begin the process of updating the building fees and issuing a RFP to do so.
Second.
we have first and a second, all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, moving on, item M, selection of mayor and vice mayor. Personally, I'd like to nominate Vice Mayor Mena to become mayor.
I'll second that.
We have a first and a second, all in favor, say aye.
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 I'll abstain.
Looks like ayes have it. Do we open up the public comment or?
Do the vice mayor next and then open both of them up for public comment.
Okay, all right, who would like to nominate the vice mayor?
I'd make a motion that Stacy Rhodes be the vice mayor.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a first and a second, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed?
No.
Ayes have it. Okay, we're gonna switch chairs.
Okay.
That brings someone back without doing anything. Choose one. No.
First of all, I'm going to make some mistakes, so please bear with me this the next little time of my growing pains here. And I want to thank you all, those who attend on a consistent basis, whether we get along or not. I appreciate your efforts and your input. I'd like to thank Stacy for his efforts and contributions this past year. Despite obstructions at times to move our city forward, Stacy stayed strong and true to our community and led our city to accomplish things that haven't been done in quite some time, some up to 10 to 15 years. Some examples of our accomplishments this year under his leadership are the following: completion of the access road for the elementary school, which will lead to a tremendous amount of congestion. Completion of the basketball court at Perry Road Park, which was approved several years ago. We added pickleball to Howard Park. And when it comes to sewer plant, we've made amazing progress there. Completion of the capital projects of the tertiary plant. We upgraded the PLC at 25% of the original estimated cost. Refurbished sand filters that were past due for the past 5 years. Completed the interconnect project at 50% of the original estimated cost. And beyond that, there's so much more besides the cost. It also gives us independence from CDCR. It also gives us, we can hopefully be on the path to use this water for areas till we don't have to use water agency, as of like Howard Park. Completed the tracer study and submitted the cleanup and abatement report. Completed the Title 22 report. Resolution of the golf course issue, which we all know was a very touchy issue. Took months and months. Initiation of turf replacement project at Howard Park, also known as Picnic Hill. We purchased property for the Ione Police Department / animal control, which was huge. Addition of bleachers and additional panels at the horse arena. This one also is very big. We completion of the past 2 audits. They go back 6 years ago. Today, I met our auditor. We have an auditor room now in the city hall, working diligently in there to work on the last several audits that we spoke about last meeting. He helped to facilitate, stabilize, and coordinate with the Creek Committee. And if you've checked out the Creek lately, the Creek Committee is doing an outstanding job. They really are. I'm so happy with what they bring to the table. When it comes to the city hall itself, brought back stability to the city hall. That created a positive work environment. It's so positive. It's so important for that. I know our staff is just amazing. As a new mayor, I hope to continue and add to the list of accomplishments through that were completed under Stacy's leadership. I really want to thank Mr. Lee, our other council members, Mr. Atlan, Ms. LaFane, Mr. Mitchell, and Mr. Rhodes for their hard work this whole year. I once again want to mention staff again, because I just can't tell you how amazing it is to have the staff that we have, and I'm looking so forward to it. I thank Mr. Lee. I want to thank Mr. Vrinsky for this last year, for their counsel. I know we've had a lot of divisiveness up here this last year, and it's my sincere hope that previous rancor and divisiveness will stop and that we'll have positive beneficial disagreements. I promise you I'll work as hard as I can. I'll be fair, and I have an open door policy, open phone policy. Do not hesitate to call me. I'm not one of those guys that say that I will, and I won't. I will. Thank you very much, and be patient with me, and I'll do the very best job I can, I promise. Thank you. Okay, now I need to know my business. Okay, N, reports and communications from the city attorney. Do we have any?
Public comment on?
Oh, I'm sorry. Does anybody have any public comment? I hope that's not negative. But if it is, I got big shoulders. Any public comment? Okay, close public comment. Reports from our city attorney, Josh Verinsky.
Only that I know it's always a transition with new city attorney and new staff. It's been on behalf of myself and our firm, it's really been an honor and at our pleasure to serve the city this past year. So looking forward to more positive things in 2026, and thank you for your trust.
Thank you. We look forward to it. Next, we have comments or reports from the city manager.
As previously directed by City Council, I did attend a Board of Supervisors meeting today requesting help with respect to contribution to the construction of the irrigation lines at Howard Park. The good news is that ACRA is rebating the city approximately $16,000 from the previous monies that was held from impact fees as ACRA is being dissolved. With respect to the question or request to the Board of Supervisors, they deferred the matter to potentially February. Some of the comments that I received from some of the members were that they still had a little bit of salt in their mouth, primarily because I guess 6 or 7 years ago, there was a subject of a jail at the Jackson. And at that time, I guess we didn't contribute. So some members said that rubbed them the wrong way. I continue to advocate that, in my personal opinion, those are two separate issues. That's in the past, but we're moving forward with respect to the city of Ione doing an enormous amount of things to try to get Howard Park moving in the right direction. And I reminded them that Howard Park is a regional park and it benefits the entire community. And a little help would be appreciated, but they did defer that to February with no action. So that's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Okay, reports, council comments, committee reports, future agenda items. I'll start with Councilman Atlan.
Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We won't see each other until then, and I hope next year we have a better year and continue to make improvements.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Atlan. Mr. Mitchell, Councilman Mitchell.
Wish you guys all a great Christmas or holiday season, however you celebrate, and a happy new year. Look forward to a new year. Congratulations, Mayor Maida. Looking forward to working and continue working with the board and certainly a community that is the best. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. I always have a tendency to do this, but I'm ditto again on Mr. Mitchell, Councilman Mitchell. This is a great town. Showed it on, unfortunately, we weren't here for the 5th, but we saw and heard online many great things. So the Christmas things were just absolutely outstanding. Parade was amazing. I can remember when they had like 15 floats. And the turnout's amazing. I just want to thank all of you. I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year also. And hope we have a great year next year, and to you and your family. And keep coming, please, with your ideas and input. Thank you very much.
Do I get a turn?
Oh, Vice Mayor, I took NyQuil too.
On the mic.
Yes, Vice Mayor Rhodes.
Ditto. Had a great parade, great Christmas tree lighting, and I'd like to thank Supervisor Epperson for that nice tree. It was a little hard to put up this year because it's about 10 feet taller than last year, but we got it up and looks good. And it was a great parade, and hope you all have a Merry Christmas. That's all I got.
Okay, so I believe the next thing is anybody want to make an adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? First and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you very much.